there, today I'm going to show you how I create my very own organic soil mix for my vegetable garden, and I'm going to show you how to create it for way cheaper than you can buy it at the store. Stay tuned until the end and I'll show you the exact cost comparison on how this breaks down compared to the store-bought stuff, but keep in mind that the store-bought stuff has a lot of filler in it. Our mix is light and fluffy and just wonderful and full of nutrients for your garden. Okay guys, I know it's super messy out here and the lighting is not great. We are in Oklahoma and it's almost August and it's over 100 degrees outside. Even right now at night, this is the coolest time of day for me to do this. So anyway, I'm sorry for the light, and I'll hurry and post pictures to show you the products that I use and the pricing, and we're just gonna mix it all up right there in the wheelbarrow. So here we go. Okay, so our first product here is this Sphagnum peat moss. That is my base that I use for my soil. I have found the best place to purchase this is at the Home Depot, under $20 for this huge bag, and it is very tightly compressed. It's 3 cubic feet, but it is so tightly compressed that it goes a long way. Okay, so here is our peat moss. Once I kind of just, let me show you about how much we've used so far. Not much at all, a tiny bit out of there. Okay, so our next product is my Timberline compost and cow manure. This is like, when I first started, it was like $1.98 a bag. I think now it's $2.98 a bag at the Home Depot. This is just what I use when I'm starting a new bed or trying to top it up. And then I add my own homemade compost throughout the year as we have completed compost. Mixing these together gives me a good start. And I've been using the Timberline brand for a long time and I really like it, and it's so much more affordable than some of the other brands that I've used. And then I find that they have rocks and sticks in the other brands and they're actually more expensive. So Timberline, I seem to have more reliable results, and it's the lowest price as well. So I just put in my peat moss like you saw me in the beginning, and then I go ahead and throw in a bag of compost, and then you'll have big chunks, so I just start mixing it together. I'm going to show you the Vigoro Perlite that we're going to mix in a minute. See, like this big chunk here. So you just kind of have to, you want to wear gloves, of course, because this is cow manure. I just break up the big chunks and keep mixing. And then the perlite improves aeration and water retention and things like that. This big bag here is what I prefer to buy. It's like 17 something at Home Depot. They are the cheapest price on this as well. Unfortunately, they were completely sold out of this size at the beginning of the season, and I was so disappointed because I had just run out. So I just saw the other day that they had it back in stock. So I went ahead and got 2 big bags. Now, my last bag actually lasted for 2 years, and then I ran out of it this year. So now that all of my family members have been asking how to make my soil mix, I decided to go ahead and get 2 bags this time. That way, if anybody's needing some next year, if the stores are sold out, I can give them some of mine. Because those smaller bags that they sell, to me, they are not worth it. They are about 1/5 of the size of one of these big bags. It's like $6 for the small bag. The big bag is 5 times bigger than the small bag, and the big bag's only $17. So you compare $6 to $17, obviously it's a better deal. So I can't bring myself to buy those little bags, even when it's all that's available. I was trying to hold out for the big bag because it's just such a better deal. So anyway, as you can see, I just kind of start mixing it all together. And you could probably tell I really didn't use much. You don't need a whole lot of the perlite, but it does help improve soil structure and everything as you're mixing all of this together. Your peat moss and your cow manure or compost and your perlite, it's just such a good soil structure. You'll have good aeration, good water retention, and good drainage. All of my plants thrive in this. And I'm going to do a cost breakdown for you guys. Basically, if you go as you're putting it into beds, if it isn't really well mixed, then you'll notice it and you'll just keep mixing it up. And see what, as I turn it, we kind of get to we pull up more of the peat. But then as you break up those compost balls, it really mixes well together. Okay, let me bring you guys in closer. I also want to show you, so can you see that okay? And then also, again, the peat moss over here. I mean, we barely made a dent in that. And then we used 1 bag of the compost. And then we just used, maybe a quarter of this bag, maybe. So all of that is all, whoo, look how sweaty I got. It is hot up here. Whoa. Okay. So anyway, that is that, and I'll show you more tomorrow. Good night. Okay, guys, now we're going to go over the cost comparison of our DIY mix. You may remember that the Premier peat moss is 3 cubic foot total. That is a compressed bag. On the Premier website, it does say that expands to 6 cubic feet total, which I do believe because it is tightly compressed in there. And in my recipe, I use the full bag of the peat moss. As for the Timberline compost, I use 4 of those bags. Those are 40-pound bags, which is 3/4 of a cubic foot or 0.75 cubic feet. So 4 bags is 3 cubic foot. So if you're tracking with me, that is a total of 9 cubic feet. And then the perlite comes in a 2 cubic foot bag. We only use half of the bag, so that's 1 cubic foot. So if you're adding all of that together, our DIY mix makes a total of 10 cubic feet. Now let's compare that to a brand like Kellogg's. That is a brand that I like. It is organic and it does have good results. However, they are in it to make money, obviously, so they do add filler just like any other brand out there. I'm not picking on Kellogg's, that's just any pre-mixed brand that you're going to buy is going to have filler in it. Our goal here is to save money. So the Kellogg's mix that I can easily find at my local Home Depot is a 2 cubic foot bag. So to create 10 cubic feet like we would make with our own DIY mix, we would need 5 of those Kellogg's bags. So when you do the math, the Premier peat moss is $18.97. The Timberline compost at $2.97 a bag times 4 bags is $11.88. And the perlite at $17.97 a bag, since we only use a half a bag, that's about $8.99. So our grand total is $39.84 to create 10 cubic feet of soil. Now let's compare that to the Kellogg's soil mix, and that's $9.67 a bag for a 2 cubic foot bag. To create the same amount of mix at 10 cubic feet, we would need 5 bags. So our total would be $48.35. Now keep in mind that does have filler in it, so you're not getting complete soil in those 5 bags. So this is our breakdown of why we encourage you to make your own soil mix. It's better for your garden, it's better for your plants, and it will save you money in the long run. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you like DIY projects or gardening information or gardening tours of any kind, we hope you will subscribe to our channel and watch another video, or head on over to our website and check out some of the other things we've been up to, secondmilejourney.com. We look forward to connecting with you somewhere in the future. Have a great day.